Smoky fire in the hole! Hey, let's grill up some lamb chops. What do you think? Please, stay tuned. Okay, so I got some lamb chops. I'm going to grill them up. First we got to make a kind of a marinade slash paste for those lamb chops. And what we're going to do is, I hope this is all on camera. There goes my cap. Screw it. It's going to put about 6 cloves of garlic, maybe 7, 8 cloves of garlic in my food chopper. And then we're going to throw some Slap Your Mama in on top of that. A little bit of Slap Your Mama. And some fresh rosemary. We're going to take off the stalk and put it in there. Excuse me. Put some fresh rosemary in there. A couple of stalks of that. Pardon me. So sorry. Okay. Let's get that rosemary off that stalk. About 3 or 4 stalks of fresh rosemary. Can't ever have too much with lamb. Rosemary and lamb and garlic seems to go together, and that smells really good. And a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. I hope you can see all that. I think you can. Okay. Now we're just going to grind that up. Make kind of a paste, and we're going to rub that all over these chops. And I think you can you see that chops? Okay, you see them right there. Anyway, we're going to rub that garlic and rosemary all over, and we're going to put them back in the fridge. And then we're going to make our volcano potatoes. So let's get these all slathered down with that garlic and rosemary. Oh man, that smells good. You can't imagine. That smells excellent. Okay. Get them all covered up with that. And all you got to do with those is grill them on direct heat, and they'll be done. They don't take long to cook, and you don't want to overcook them. Just get some more of that good stuff on there. That garlic and rosemary. Okay. Alright, let's put them back in the fridge for a while, and we'll bring you right back. We'll show you how we make those volcano potatoes. So please, stay tuned. Okay, so to make our volcano potatoes, what we had to do is take some Idaho potatoes and we parboiled them and we hollowed them out with the apple core. And we're going to take some cream cheese, if I can move this out of the way, show you. We got some softened up cream cheese, and to that we're going to add some ricotta, about a tablespoon, I don't know, quite a bit of ricotta cheese. And we're going to mix that all in together. Get that all mixed up, nice and soft. Soft, creamy consistency of cheese. And to that we're going to add a little bit of chives. A little bit of chives, just enough so you know they're in there. And what we're going to do is put that in a plastic bag. The chives aren't coming out quick enough for me. Let's mix them up a little bit. See how that looks. Can you see that? Okay, someday I'm going to get a camera with a viewfinder that I don't have to go around back and look at. So we need more chives than that in our ricotta and cream cheese mixture. And what we're going to do is put that into a plastic bag and pipe it into the middle of those potatoes. But we're going to leave a little room on top for sour cream, but that's not going to happen until after they get cooked a little bit. I've already parboiled them a little bit to make them nice and soft. So there we got our chive and sour cream mixture, which we're going to put into a plastic bag, like so. Get that in there. I'm going to get this all over my hands, I just know it. And that bowl is going to go right off onto the concrete and shatter into a million pieces. Because I got no room to do nothing here. Okay. A little bit more of that in there. There we go. Some of it went in the bag. Okay. And I managed to get some of it into the Ziploc bag. And what I'm going to do now is cut the end of it, get this out of here, and cut the end of it off so I can use that to push the stuff out. Let's cut the end of the bag off. Can you see any of this? I hope so. I've got cream cheese all over everything. I'll cut the end of that bag off. Okay, now we can use that to pipe that stuff into the potatoes, supposedly. Anyway, that's the plan. Here we go. Let's get that in there. Alright. There's one. Can you see that? Maybe. Maybe it might be nice if I zoomed in a little. Okay. And we're going to pipe up another one. Fill that puppy up with some cream cheese, ricotta, and chives. And this plastic bag deal is wonderful. If it would only work. Okay, get a little bit more of that in there. And I don't know. There we go. Alright, so you can see what I've done there, right? You see my potatoes, they're filled up with that goo, that cheese. And I'm going to come back and put some sour cream on top of that after they're done. But first, we got to wrap them in bacon. And I didn't bring the toothpicks out, but I'll show you. I'll wrap one without a toothpick, so you get the idea. There we go. Get a piece of bacon and wrap it around that potato. Might take more than one piece to get around that. Yeah, it's going to take like 2 pieces of bacon to get around each potato. But once I get them wrapped up and put on the grill, I'll bring you back and show you what that looks like. And while those are cooking, we will be getting a beer because I need one bad right now. So please, stay tuned. Okay, my potato volcanoes are on the grill. And I wanted to mention that I got the idea for these from Jason over at BBQ Food for You. And I'll put a link in the description to his website. And the filling idea came from Steve over at BBQ Brothers. He uses this for his pig shots. And so there you go with the potato volcanoes wrapped in bacon. And I'll show you what they look like after they cook a little bit. And I didn't mention I cored the potatoes with an apple corer, and I cut the tops and bottom off them to make them sit on the grill. And I should put some, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of Slap Your Mama on them just for good measure. Just to make them, give them a little bit of flavor to them, make them look a little better. There you go. How's that look? That looks pretty good. Okay, when those get done, they're not going to get done for a while. I'm going to let them cook and get a drink of beer, and then we'll bring our lamb chops back and sear them up. So please, stay tuned. Alright, there's the Frosty Root Boy mug, and not a moment too soon. And I got my favorite, all-time favorite beer, Lagunitas Censored, rich copper ale. One of my favorites. I know I'm going to enjoy this. The Lagunitas Brewing Company out of California. They make some amazing beers, and this is one of them. I haven't had a bad beer from them yet. And this is a beautiful copper ale with a beautiful lacy head. You can see that, I'm sure, I hope. If it's on camera, yes it is. It's a beautiful copper colored ale, and I know it's going to be good because I've had it before. It's my favorite, all-time favorite beer, good drinking beer. Beautiful lacy head. Get in my belly. Ah, that's the best. Oh, you can taste the citrus flavors, and you can smell the hops in there. Ah, it smells good. That is a good beer. An excellent copper-colored ale. I love it. This is my favorite beer of all time. Lagunitas Censored. I told you the story of that. They wanted to call it the Chronic, but they couldn't because the National Beer Labeling Society told them that's a drug reference. The Chronic refers to marijuana. So they said, alright, well, we'll call it the Chronic and we'll just throw a label on it that says Censored. And that's what we'll call it, Censored. So it's actually the Lagunitas the Chronic, but they censored it for the National Beer Labeling Board. And I'm glad they did because that's one of the best beers going. Look at the color of that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, let's check in on our potato volcanoes. They're not done yet because we got to put a little bit of sour cream on top when they get finished cooking. And then we're going to sear up our lamb chops, so please stay tuned. Well, my potato volcanoes are done, but I learned a valuable lesson here. Never use cheap bacon. That's the bottom line. Always use right brand bacon. Now I'm going to sear up my lamb chops. Get them on there. And we're just gonna, it's only gonna take a couple of minutes on each side to get a good sear going on them. And that's it, they're done. Get them on there. Gotta make room for one more here. 2 more. Whoopsie, I'll knock that over. Okay, one more over here. There you go. Our chops are on the grill. We're going to sear them up on both sides. And when we get done with those, we'll take our potatoes off, and I'm going to put a little bit of sour cream on top of the potatoes and serve them up. You see, they would have looked a lot better with the right brand bacon on them. But you get the idea. Thanks to Steve from BBQ Brothers for the filling, and thanks to Jason from Barbecue Food for You for the idea for the volcano potatoes. And I'm going to sear up my lamb chops, and I get them cooked, and I'll bring you back for a money shot. That's the video for today. If you like this crap, please subscribe. If you don't, go see Jason or Steve. They'll be happy to see you. And I'll put links for both right about there. I'll put some links. You can go see them. I got to get my chops off the fire before they burn. Thanks for watching. If you like this, subscribe. If you don't, go see Jason and Steve. Thank you. See you.